The Kuiper Belt is a cold, donut-shaped region filled with icy bodies, including Pluto, located at the edge of the solar system. In some ways, it resembles the main asteroid belt, located between Mars and Jupiter. According to NASA, the objects in the Kuiper Belt are remnants from the time of the solar system's formation about 4.6 billion years ago. However, the Kuiper Belt is much larger than the main asteroid belt, with a width up to 20 times greater and a mass between 20 to 100 times more. The structure of the Kuiper Belt, like the main asteroid belt, has been shaped by the orbit of a giant planet. While the gas giant Jupiter has influenced the formation of the asteroid belt with its massive gravity, Neptune, alongside other factors, has prevented materials in the region beyond its orbit from coalescing into a large planet, resulting in a vast area of scattered objects known as the Kuiper Belt. Humanity is still at the beginning of exploring the Kuiper Belt, with only 2 spacecraft having visited this region so far. In 1983, NASA's Pioneer 10 spacecraft passed through the belt but did not visit any of its objects. Later, the New Horizons spacecraft, during its 10th year of mission in 2015, studied Pluto and its moon Charon. The spacecraft then continued its journey, observing other Kuiper Belt objects, including the icy body Arrokoth, which resembles a snowman in space. NASA notes, the Kuiper Belt is truly the final frontier of space, a region we are just beginning to explore, and our understanding of it is still evolving. Where is the Kuiper Belt? NASA states that the inner edge of the donut-shaped Kuiper Belt begins at Neptune's orbit, approximately 4.8 billion kilometers from the Sun. The main concentration of objects in this area ends at about 7.4 billion kilometers from the Sun. Astronomers typically measure such vast distances in the solar system using a unit called an astronomical unit, AU, with each AU being about 150 million kilometers, the average distance from Earth to the Sun. By this definition, the inner edge of the Kuiper Belt is about 30 AU from the Sun, and its main region ends around 50 AU. There is also another, more irregular area called the scattered disk, extending up to about 1000 AU from the Sun. These distances indicate that the Kuiper Belt is one of the largest structures in the solar system. However, the Kuiper Belt may not be the most distant icy region of the solar system. Scientists speculate that beyond the Kuiper Belt lies a collection of objects known as the Oort cloud, which is often confused with the Kuiper Belt. While short-period comets are believed to originate from the Kuiper Belt, NASA states that the Oort cloud is the source of long-period comets that take over 200 years to complete an orbit around the Sun. The inner edge of the Oort cloud is thought to be between 2,000 and 5,000 AU from the Sun, while its outer edge might extend to 10,000 or even 100,000 AU. NASA notes that these distances are a quarter to half the way to the nearest star to the Sun. Who discovered the Kuiper Belt? The Kuiper Belt is named after the Dutch astronomer Gerard Kuiper, 1905–1973, who proposed the existence of a disc-shaped region of icy bodies beyond Neptune in 1951. Before Kuiper's work, the first known object from this region was Pluto, discovered by Clyde Tombaugh at the Lowell Observatory in February 1930. Thus, astronomers had already found objects from the Kuiper Belt before they really understood the concept itself. Pluto's discovery led to speculations about the existence of more objects beyond Neptune. In 1943, Irish astronomer Kenneth Edgeworth published a paper claiming that not all members of the solar system were limited to Pluto's orbit. This view can be considered the beginning of the concept of the Kuiper Belt. Although Kuiper presented stronger evidence for this theory 8 years later, some astronomers refer to this region as the Edgeworth-Kuiper Belt in honor of both scientists. However, confirmation of the Kuiper Belt's existence was delayed for 4 decades, until in 1992, David Jewett and Jane Liu, researchers from the University of Hawaii, discovered a small object in a solar orbit beyond Neptune. This object, designated 1992 cubone, was the first classical trans-neptunian object, TNO, and sparked the discovery of thousands of other objects in the Kuiper Belt. NASA says that since the discovery of 1992 cubone, more than 2,000 objects have been identified in the Kuiper Belt. The reason for the late discovery of these objects is that they are very small and very far away.